Good evening, everyone. Welcome to IME, our first discussion of the new year. Our topic tonight, we'll be talking about surviving the holidays, the pro and cons of surviving holidays within the LGBT community. Um, Again, as you know, this is not the opinion of us. I am me. This is just to help understand and give a little insight in our community on different topics. And we will be doing this topic today because we just had past holidays, Christmas, New Year's, and a few others. So we just want to touch bases on how people, survive the holidays with family, friends, and yeah, that's the topic tonight. How was your Maxine? How was your
Yes.
holiday?
My holiday was good. It was crazy. She had her whole entire family here, so I locked myself in my room.
How are you, Maxine? I'm glad you joined us. I'm glad you're
Yeah,
joining
how
us.
you doing?
I'm doing
Yeah.
fine. So how did y'all got through the holidays? So how do you, so let's start off with the pros. You know what I mean? Before we get to the
Uh-huh.
cons, so much that we can talk about and try to help people get
Right.
through the holidays. So let's get started off on like a happy note. Like, what are some of the pros?
Well,
Especially
actually,
for our community.
actually, mine was good. I mean, I basically stayed in the house. Like her whole family was here, so they had a Christmas party. We had a Grinch party, and it was a
Mm.
whole bunch of people running around with Grinch shirts on and Grinch clothes.
What?
Yeah,
That's different. Wow.
it was like
See, I
40
should
of
have
us.
came down, Maxine, but
I
it's it,
told you to
it just
come.
the
I
five.
even still got your shirt in your cup.
I know. I thought somebody was gonna come and spend it with me, but it didn't happen that way. But yeah, I should have came down. But I'm
Uh,
glad you had a good time.
yeah, I still got your cup and stuff, so you good.
All right, cool. Yeah, me. Like I said, I didn't even spend it with my daughter because she had to work. So my
Wow.
grandsons, I didn't. Yeah, so I was here by myself, which it was fine because it was football. So I was able to just
Okay.
watch the games and just eat and relax. I was okay because I don't. As older you get, Christmas isn't. It just
It's
it's
not the
it's
same.
whatever.
My thing
Not the
is,
same.
I always had the thing where Christmas is good as a child. It turns around when you guys start paying for it. So
Right.
as long as I have to pay for it, I enjoy it. And
Exactly. How was
yeah,
your Christmas?
my Christmas
And
was fine. My Christmas was
okay.
great. It was a little emotional because I had a family member pass away, so we had to bury them on the 23rd, which
Oh,
was a really close family member. So
wow.
their
Yes.
Wow.
homes. But the positive thing, it was family together, even though it was for that
Right.
event. But
I know. Yeah.
and one of and that's the thing, like the positives, go across the board. It's not really for rainbow family or not. It's all across the board. I mean, long as you got good friends, good.
Friends. Yeah. Oh, she might be having trouble with her internet. Maxine, you still there?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Okay. Yeah, she might be having a little. She's in a different location where she usually be. She's not home, so her internet is not that.
Oh, I'm
Pam,
sorry, y'all. Yeah, I am actually in Princeton, New Jersey, because I have to work
yeah,
here.
no, so yeah,
Have to work here all week. So, and the hotel I'm in is like the reception is
terrible, terrible.
Wow.
terrible, terrible. Even my reception on my phone when I use my own internet is still botchy. So y'all have
Oh,
to apologize, if I
no,
freeze
we
up or
got you.
anything like that.
It's
But
fine.
see, I don't
Yeah,
want to
it's
freeze up
fine.
because I got a whole list of little notes that I want to do to help people get through stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I mean, is Pierce on? Is she on, or she just
I don't
started?
I'm not sure.
I
She's
will.
probably
Oh, okay.
working
I
out.
just wanted to
Mhm.
see how her Christmas was. How was your New Year's? Maxine, how was your New Year's?
You forget. I don't really celebrate New Year's. Remember, they killed my brother 5 minutes before the ball dropped. So I
Oh,
don't care
okay.
for New Year's. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
probably
that's
was
yeah. I
asleep when
don't.
the ball came in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it
Sorry to
was
hear.
good. I mean, overall, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Wow. And you, Angel, how was your New Year's? How was your?
You know what? My New Year's was nice and calm, as I stated earlier, because Christmas was so emotional.
Yeah.
I New Year's I was like I was gonna just chill with my daughter, and my son is older and grown, married. He has his own family thing. But I
Okay.
have an 18-year-old, and she's like, yeah, I got my own plans. So I'm like,
Oh, so
okay.
yeah.
So no, me and my partner just chilled.
Okay.
Fell asleep. Actually, woke up like about 11:30 in time
Oh,
enough to
wow.
see. We was up for the ball drop, but it was nice and quiet, which was a good thing. Sometimes that's needed.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
quiet,
Yeah.
relaxed,
Yeah.
not doing anything. Still a little emotional, touchy. A little
Yeah.
touchy,
For
like
sure.
yeah. But other than that, I
Okay.
feel I feel very I feel
Mhm.
very good to be one of the, rainbow family that actually have a great support system.
Yeah.
I can go in and live my life average, just like everything else because
Right.
of my support system.
Mhm.
So I'm
Yeah.
blessed with,
Yeah,
you know.
I went I had went to my army buddy. She lives like maybe she lives in Smyrna, and her neighbor Brett, which is like family to me. I went to their house, and it was a lot of us, and I celebrated with them New Year's Eve, and I had a good time.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
could
watch
stay at home,
RuPaul all
but I
day.
didn't want to. Yeah, I was invited to go out, so I was like, let me just go. Yeah, I see you got your hair red. I like it.
I'm about to diet again.
Okay. Nice. Christmas,
Yeah,
Christmas cup. But
yeah.
yeah, so what Maxine, with the cons of like the holiday, I know you said who was it that passed away on
My brother
New
Earl. My brother
yeah, I
Earl.
know.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I
this New
don't.
Year's. I mean, to be honest, I sort of enjoyed it. I had me a nice drink and I watched all RuPaul Drag Race.
Oh, okay. That's your show. Okay.
That's my shit.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
So I had a
All
good
right.
time.
Me
And
too.
see,
I did. I
we're
did.
lucky. We're lucky though. Go ahead, Don. I'm sorry. We're lucky.
No,
We
I
have
said
like
despite that I stayed home for Christmas, I was able to go out for New Year's Eve and be around a bunch of people that I like. They no drama, So.
There you go. Yeah. There
hmm
you go.
And I
Hmm.
think
Yeah.
another thing is people got to, understand that sometimes people's great time is not being around people. I know that's a time. I know holidays are a
Yeah.
time for everybody congregating and getting together, but sometimes, people's best
Hmm.
holidays is just chilling at home and knowing
Hmm.
that they have, a shelter and lights and food and
Yep.
clothes and
Oh
just being
yeah.
comfortable with themselves. So.
Yeah. Exactly. And us cancers, we homebodies anyway, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, it's a
So,
shame. But yeah,
yeah.
and I hope that most people, you know, made it through the holidays okay.
Yeah.
The holidays are there, especially Christmas. Christmas is a little different than the rest of the holidays. It seems to
Yeah.
be more people that go through emotional issues like depression and stuff like that around
Mhm.
Christmas time more than they do with um
Yeah.
any other holiday, you know.
Thanksgiving too, because it's more like a family
Mhm,
setting.
mhm.
New Year's Eve is not really a family thing. It's like a party, go out and party and so. But
Party like
Christmas
a rock star.
and Thanksgiving, yeah, Thanksgiving is like family kind of.
Mhm.
But I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving because of my personal reasons. But yeah,
Hmm.
Well, my thing is, even if you don't celebrate it for whatever reason,
yeah,
it's still a time that family can congregate and
yeah,
kind of like, it's that time where most businesses and stuff are off, where you have the time and the energy, and it doesn't have to be Thanksgiving. It could just be a family dinner.
yeah.
Just
That's what. Yep,
I
that's how.
usually
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I usually cook every year Thanksgiving, but on a
Yeah.
respect of D, I didn't cook at all. I
Right.
waited till the next day
I know.
after.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But for the future, it could be you could change it from Thanksgiving to like Grateful Day or like celebrating our ancestors' day or something.
It
That's
could
what I'm
just be
gonna
a
do.
thankful day for your, not necessarily for history, but just for your
For
personal,
Thanksgiving, yeah.
your personal crew. Yeah. And plus
Mhm.
me, I celebrate anyway because my daughter's birthday is the 25th. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
it's always going to be some type of
Huh.
celebration around that time
Right,
anyway,
right, right.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. I don't. Yeah.
That
So
drink, that smoothie drink.
yeah, but so most of the like the with the cons, like I said again, with the family setting, it could be like if you have, um some person that was abandoned by their family or their family put them out and these holidays come around, it could be a little a lot on them, as
Yeah,
That's
far
this
as
is
true.
a
that.
big time. Around Christmas time at the end of the year is a big time for suicides.
Right.
People severely, going under manic depression. I was looking up, me and my little research. I was
Yeah.
looking up some things, and I went to this website called Wondermind, and they had like 13 things that they suggest for
Hmm.
you for the holiday season. So my thing is, I
Okay.
wrote them down, and I
Okay.
figured I wrote the
Yeah.
13. And figured we can try to whatever they say, we can try to fit it into how it would affect or what advice we would give for
Oh,
for the rainbow community.
yeah, definitely. That'd be nice. I want to hear some.
Now it's I got two lists. I got one for just suggestions on what to do for the holidays, and then I got one that if you feel a little stressed, I went to another place and got a list that they have for them. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But for the Wonderland,
Uh-huh.
the first one they said is choose your own holiday traditions. Do not, I mean,
Okay.
this is the thing. We in the rainbow community,
Yeah.
we should be so used to not really not, but we should be so used to going outside of societal norm. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like we should be
Ex-
able to be like conditioned and know that we do not have to be the societal
Exactly.
norms, traditional things. If
Exactly.
you may have an extended family or whatever, and you can choose your own holiday tradition. It does not
Right.
have to. We don't want people to get depressed because they can't continue what they're used to when they
Right.
were younger or what have you. Because we do have a lot of people who, like you said, were displaced.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some who, the family accepted them long as they faked the funk, but when they started living in their truth,
Right.
things were different and they got, a little abandoned or
Right. Boot it out. Yeah. No. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the first one was choose your own holiday tradition.
Okay.
Seeing how
Yeah.
family is not only blood. The
Okay.
second one is let yourself cry. You know
Okay.
what I
Yeah.
mean? If
It's a
you're
good
feeling
way
bad,
of releasing a lot of, yeah.
yeah, if you're feeling bad, just
Right.
let yourself give out a good, nice cry. Give
Right.
yourself a chance to feel that emotion so you can work through it.
Yeah.
So I been going through something like really just depressed. And what I
Yeah.
did was I went to the store and I bought this book.
Dealing with people you can't. Wow. How to bring out the best people at their worst. Wow.
Shoot, in
Wow.
our
So,
community, that's like the general public.
Yeah, I started reading because it helps me a lot when I'm dealing
That's
with
it.
a lot.
oh, that's good. Yeah. Cause, yeah, definitely. Okay.
Mhm.
That's
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah, I say you got to find, everything's it's nothing across the board. You got to find what works for you. You know what I mean? Whatever works for you and
Yeah.
whatever doesn't for
Mhm.
you. And that was the next thing, kind of find happy distractions. Find something that, like you said, you have the book. Find something that can
Mhm.
distract. Like I know some people that they feel depressed on holidays because they don't have that family support. But
Right.
what they do, because they still want to be around people, they still want to be around that happiness. What they do is they may go to like a shelter or have an organization and help give out meals or,
Right.
you know, do some kind of volunteer work or some kind of charity work to
Hmm.
make them feel better. Because sometimes if you are
Yeah.
around, it's crazy because if you're around people that's a little worse off than you, then that
Hmm.
kind of brings you up, not to focus on what they're going through, but sometimes
But
helping someone
yeah.
else will make you lift yourself
Some
up.
kind of satisfaction. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes, we always have to be strong. In our community, strength should be our
Yeah.
middle name, for real. We may
Can't be.
not
Yeah,
show it,
Yeah.
but
You
strength
got
is
to.
our middle name.
you know,
Resilience. maybe
the
resilience.
the bad thing about our community is that we don't speak. We hold everything in until the last minute, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
bad thing about it.
But
Right.
it's something that we have to work on because people. It's sometimes it's understandable because if you keep expressing yourself to someone and they keep knocking you down, they keep turning you away. Sometimes you just want to shut down and say, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend that energy talking to
Mm-hmm.
you because I've talked to others and this is how they treated me. But we can't have that mindset. We gotta try to find someone somewhere to talk to. Yeah.
Exactly. You need that human. Yeah. Every human needs another human to, yeah,
Yeah.
so
We need that. We need that fellowship. It is
yeah.
part of our makeup to have that fellowship as humans.
Right.
Um,
We could try to be strong and put our pride aside and have that big ego, but in the long run you still need that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially
The
when you're
next,
sleeping with the enemy.
uh, oh my goodness. Yeah. True. Very true.
Uh,
Um, the next one was let yourself, or excuse me, make overwhelming tasks manageable. Meaning that if you normally, like we were talking about cooking, if you normally cook a big old
hmm.
meal for something and you're just feeling a little stressed, don't worry about it. You don't have to have that big meal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Make that
Yeah.
task more manageable so that you can get over it. Don't do anything that's unmanageable. You don't have to, work yourself to pieces. You don't have to stress
Right.
yourself. You make up your own traditions and you set your own precedent.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Hmm.
It's comfortable. Yeah, you ain't gotta go with the way it's supposed to be. You do your own thing.
because there is no way it's supposed to be. That's what people need to
Right.
realize. You make it
Exactly.
supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You have to think every tradition that we have came from somebody. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
somebody had to put that idea out there, or some people had to put that idea for it to come together and do it. So who
Yeah,
knows
all
your
these
idea?
well, we all know all these holidays ain't nothing about money anyway, so
Yeah, it's made up.
You
Because
know,
Christmas
you
was
know.
not a look. Each one of the kids got an iPhone 15 for Christmas. Christmas was not about money.
Look, my thing
you
is,
had to pay for it though, right? You had to use money to pay for it, right?
That's what I'm saying. They turned Christmas into money.
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Made it so materialistic. I don't think half of the kids nowadays even know the meaning of Christmas or where it generated or where the character Santa Claus even derived from. I don't think
Yeah.
that's all they know is that's the time when they get some gifts.
Yep.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, the next one they said was let yourself feel multiple feelings. It's okay to have high moments. It's okay to have low moments. It's okay to
Right.
be stabilized in between. It's okay. Whatever you're feeling, you have a right to feel. They
Exactly.
just don't want you hurt nobody else. But
Right.
it is okay to be down. It is okay to be up. Um,
Hmm.
only you know what you're going through.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Definitely.
And the next one I think is kind of the same. It was like take it one step at a time, but I think that's also the same kind of like don't make overwhelming tasks. You know what I mean? Make them manageable.
Hmm.
I think that's kind of part of um, take it one step at a time. Like for example, just worry about your basic needs. If your basic needs are met, then you can flourish from there. But don't concentrate on
Right.
the big. You know what I
Right.
mean? The ultimate goal. Concentrate
Don't
on something.
overdo it. Yeah, don't overdo it or
If you're
exert
feeling
yourself.
Right. If you're feeling stressed or depressed, just make sure your basic needs are okay and you'll be okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Or might not be okay, but it's okay to feel bad. But we don't want you getting to the point where it's affecting the makeup of your life or, livelihood.
True.
Yeah. What
Then
happened, Maxine? Oh,
they say
Huh?
become.
oh no, I thought you said something, Maxine.
I said that's true.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Look, I know I'm giving these to y'all real quick, but I feel like I need to hurry up and get them in case I get cut off. But now the next one they said be comfy. They said if you are comfortable, that helps with depression. For example, you don't have to, if it's the holidays, you don't have to be all with the glitz and glamour and the lights and all
Hmm.
that. On some
Hmm.
pajamas, sit back, relax. If you're going to a family dinner, you don't have to get all, if you don't want to get
That's
dressed up to go there, don't get dressed up to go there.
Right. Yeah.
People gonna be okay. They'll be okay with you.
Right. As long as you showed up, right?
Yeah. They say let it out. Let it out creatively. Like some people, like I write. So some people
Mhm.
read, some
Right.
people music, some people sing, some people paint, some people take a walk, some people exercise,
Some
whatever it
people
is,
Xbox.
energy, right? Whatever energy you have in you, you need a nice way to let it out because it has to be
Right.
released. Whether you're crying
Mhm.
about it, laughing about it, doing something, it has to be released.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They
I
say
think
stay
it.
on social media. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
No, it's
ahead.
all right. I think it's been like over 15 years since I had like a family Thanksgiving with my family. I don't really socialize with them.
Oh, and why? Why
You
So
not?
have,
we,
like I said, family don't have to be blood. My thing, as
yes,
long as you have some kind of support around you.
yeah. So Thanksgiving, like if I was by myself all day, it wouldn't bother me because I'm
Right.
used to being by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But the
Wow.
thing is, when you're by yourself, I mean, you're okay, you're comfortable. It's not like you're sitting depressed
Oh
or
no, I'm comfortable.
oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have her and the kids in here, and I be in the room by myself because I like my peace.
Your peace, right? Your
Yeah,
It'd be
alone
like
time.
it'd be like that because at the older I get, the less I like people.
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
That is
100%.
so true.
The less I
Yep.
want to be around crowds and crowds and crowds of people.
Exactly.
And even some family. I don't know. You know what I mean? Some of them
Right.
I've always been able to take, but some of them is like, you know what? I'm not doing that with you today. They said stay off social media during the holidays if you're feeling depressed. And the reason they gave was
Stay
it may
off
make
of it.
they said stay
Oh.
stay stay
Okay.
off of it. Don't be on it that much. And the reason they said it is because they said when you're feeling depressed, especially for the holidays, to go on social media and see everybody enjoying their
Oh
time with their
yeah.
family, celebrating, being happy, that might depress you even more. But I question that because sometimes if I'm feeling down, like
Yeah.
I get on TikTok and be on there for hours because seeing
Right.
other people laugh or seeing other people
Doing
gather,
crazy stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes me
Mhm.
sad. But to each their own, I guess.
Yeah. It depends on the person, the individual.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. They say embrace long distance connections. I think this is more for like if you're displaced. It's crazy that they have that right under stay off social media because most long distance connections is connected through social media.
Right.
Huh?
Exactly.
But they're like, if you have connections to someone far away, if it's not in your area and you don't have anyone in your area, then it's not a problem to,
Mhm.
just embrace that relationship so you can have someone to talk to or uh,
Right.
shoot the breeze with, I guess, or what have you. Now, I'm not saying I agree with all these. This is just the list that they gave.
No, yeah, I got you.
Interesting. Um, they said keep up with therapy. So I guess if you're that depressed and you're actually going through therapy, there's like, during the holidays, definitely seek out your therapist, have a couple of talks just to get things off your mind. You don't want to go down in a rabbit hole to where you
Right.
can't back up.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
And the last one, they said let good enough be great.
Okay. Not good
If you
enough.
were depressed, now mind you, these are for people who are depressed. These are not
Yeah,
for
because
people,
Yeah, yeah.
but
No, I get
let
it.
enough be great. Don't worry about being the best. Don't worry about having, being perfect. Just be good enough,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll be okay.
Right.
I don't know
Okay.
how y'all feel about that 13.
No, I get it. Like I said, you can't try to compete with nobody. You just got to be yourself, and you know.
see, my whole thing is if you love yourself first, you're not really gonna be depressed. You give me a Corona and a
Mhm.
PlayStation remote, and I'm good. That's it.
But you know what? Some people have never. I don't want to say taught, but never was directed to be able to love themselves. You know what I mean? Like
That's the problem.
we have a lot of people in the
Mhm.
community who
Yeah.
the people that are closest to them, family, friends, put them, put not necessarily them down, but it puts their truth down. And I'll give you an
Right.
example. My family is very supportive of me. You know what I mean? They love me. I know they
That's
love
good.
me. Whatever. not everybody likes my lifestyle.
Hmm.
And I might hear little sarcastic little, sayings or something like that about the lifestyle, but I know it ain't, directed. It's directed to me, but not like,
In your
Like
face.
towards it.
as a whole.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy out
Wow.
there.
But is it like with your family, is it more on the male side or the female side? Like really has a problem?
It is. I don't think it. I don't think it's more weighted either way. It's maybe one or two in the
Uh-huh.
bunch. You know what I mean? It's
Oh, okay.
not for the most
Okay.
part, and it's usually the relatives that are further out.
Oh
Not
yeah,
first
that
cousins. Not direct aunts, not the direct uncles, the one that you deal with each day or all the
right.
time.
Oh, okay,
Usually,
yeah. It'd be like
that
that.
haven't seen you in a while, or you
You're
get
not
but you got a kid with some man did you wrong?
yeah, the things that come out people's mouth. Yeah.
Uh, some man did me wrong when my baby daddies messed me up.
So it's either that or you've been abused or something. It's always something. Can't
It's
just
something.
be you. Can't be you. Just can't be
Mm,
you.
Yeah.
mm, mm. Or it's a phase. It's a
Right,
phase
that
Hey.
until
part.
you find right,
Not for
find that
me.
right piece.
I've been
Uh,
like this since I was public school.
Or they'll go, you know what? You're not that bad looking. Why you can't? You know what I mean? Like, what does that have to do with the prices? See,
Right.
you're not that bad looking. You can probably find a good man.
Yeah. It ain't got
But we
nothing to do
can
with
find a
look.
good ass wife. I had good.
mm-mm.
You know what I mean? I just don't want
They,
them.
they just yeah, they just gotta find something to say
Yeah, yeah,
to,
they
to verify why you the way you are.
they do, they do.
That's
But
what
I
you
know
like.
that when you look at family and stuff like that, my thing is even people who don't talk to their family all the time,
Hmm.
usually during the holiday, especially Christmas, is the time that you reach out and you kind of see everything. So I can only imagine having, being that time of the year and not having
Right.
um, anyone that you've
Come in.
raised to be, as part of your foundation to be able to turn
Right.
to, you know.
Hey.
Exactly. Like I said, the older you get is like, yeah, like for me, it's like Christmas. It don't matter if family around or not. I'm gonna be okay because it's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
just another day to me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, but it's a lot of especially the youth, especially the I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna say young adults, not necessarily youth. I'm saying the ones that are aged out, the ones that are like 18 over, what are no longer dependents.
Right.
But they've been outed, they've been ousted, not outed, ousted.
Yeah.
Um, I can just, my thing is, find organization, find a group of people.
Hmm.
People go into the houses, but you got to be careful with them. Some are good, some are not so good.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, just to try to. Find some type of family.
Yeah.
Do y'all
Exactly.
reach out to the youth a lot?
Do IME
Huh?
talk to the youth?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that because believe it or not, our next topic next month is going to be an update on all what IME does.
Yeah.
And we're working on a lot of youth stuff this year.
Okay.
So it's just we love to talk to the youth. It's just a little more entailed when you deal with youth,
Yeah.
as opposed to adults. But we definitely are going to be reaching out to the youth this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of
Stay
stuff
tuned for
going on.
next month. Look, stay tuned for next month's Help Me Understand because it's going to be all the IME updates on what's going on this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm. And
It's a
maybe
lot.
one time you can come down and especially for the Christmas. Well, I wouldn't say Chris because you have your own family, but we have a lot of things going on. She, like I said, she'll let you know. Maybe you can come down one weekend or when we have something, and you could just meet everybody.
I had no
Yeah, I
intentions
mean,
on doing that. I'm just waiting for this stuff
I
to
know.
finish.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know your. Yeah, I know what you got going
but
on.
we're not going nowhere. We're going to keep building up more events, keep doing more things. We're not going nowhere. We're here to stay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and for all the displaced people, whether you're youth or adult, if you don't have family that can support you, or support your mentality, or
Mhm.
support your foundation, come on through the IME. We got you.
Right.
We got you, because we are family and we look out for each other.
Yep. Sure do.
Now,
Yeah.
when I went also to another website from NBC's Today, and they
Hmm.
had 7 things to do if you're stressed.
Oh, take a nice bath.
Right? Basically.
Don't forget the
But
candle.
but the first one was, if you feel stressed, ask yourself some questions like, what is it that you really want? And what is it that you really need? And really give them some serious thought. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
just
Right.
kind of think about, okay, I am here. How, think about maybe how you got there, and what it will take to get you, realistically, what did it take to kind of get you through what you got to get through? I mean, is it talking to someone? Is it staying to yourself? Is it
Right.
finding
It's-
a support group? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I think some people when they stress, I think it's more so to have somebody to talk to, because stress is yeah, it could do a lot to a person.
It
Yeah.
kills you, and it also. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, like over the Christmas,
Uh,
mostly a lot of guys was killing their soulmates. It was a lot
oh,
going on this year. Yeah, because
wow.
I be watching the true crime. So
Oh,
that's another thing with stress. Stress will kill you, or it'll make you snap.
yeah.
So
Yeah, people need to know that. I'm sure a lot realize, but they need to know that mental issues can turn physical. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Mental
very
issues
fast.
can really turn physical. It can bring you down. It can make you do things you ain't supposed to do. It can put, when I
Yep.
say bring you down, like sick, it can affect, the whole makeup of yourself. Like mental, we don't understand completely about the brain, but
Mm-mm.
you have a lot of mental stress, it definitely will affect you physically
Yeah.
in
Yes, it
some
would.
shape or form. They say to create a mantra for yourself. So, our mantra. So basically,
Mhm.
it's some kind of phrase or saying that pumps you up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like
I am me. I am my
affirmation.
yeah, some kind of
Yeah.
affirmation. I am my own motivation.
Oh
That's
yeah,
my
I
thing.
do that all
I
the
am
time.
my motivation. And you have to be, as we were talking a little earlier, you have to be comfortable with yourself, though. You know what I mean? You have to know that
Yeah.
living in your truth is where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing.
And this is a good book too here. Doing your shadow work.
Uh
Mhm.
huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I tell you
Who's the
this book,
author?
I, huh?
Who's the author?
Um, it says, Killer. Yes, if you can see it, Killer something.
Oh, okay. I
When
see
I
it.
tell you this book, I've been crying and it just like it really is really a good book to like do your shadow work and yeah, it's really powerful book,
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
very powerful book. So I think a lot of people should get this because it really is yeah.
Text the name to me. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I will. I'll send it to you. I'll send yeah. And it's yeah. Ooh.
Well, we have to start giving like little references to certain things, because I know that, like we have mentioned many, many times on a lot of these Zooms, we don't
Mhm.
have that much participation of people coming on the live, but I know a lot of people who listen to it after the fact. You know what I mean?
Mhm, mhm. Yeah,
And
yeah.
they really pay attention to if we give any advice or suggestions. Um, so we might have to, like, y'all might have to type somewhere or type in the in a post, um, the
Okay.
reference books and stuff that you're mentioning, and so some other people can kind of check them out.
Yeah, okay, for sure, definitely. Okay.
Hmm. Now, number 3, they say take calm down breaks.
Okay.
You feel
Woosah.
yourself getting too much,
Woosah.
breathe, exhale. Find a place, a little quiet place, maybe a dark place or whatever, and just, do the count to 10, 100, whatever it is that you need.
Right, exactly. That's what calms me down when I play my Xbox. I'm in a whole total different world. When I'm like I need to calm down, I put on my Xbox and I'm like I don't even think about this world here. I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it should be. Okay, number four, they say be mindful of microaggression, and what they mean by that is don't allow how do they put it? Don't allow like discrimination. You know how sometimes we can get around
Mhm.
family. Like there's a lot of things that I let my family get away with saying that I don't let the person on the street get away saying.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
for
You know
sure,
what
for
I
sure.
mean? When it comes to being sarcastic about like my lifestyle or my true,
Mhm.
there's some things that I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna let that go, let that pass, whatever. They're
Right.
like, don't do that. Don't let it pass. I mean, you don't have to be argumentative
Subject
or
to that.
confrontational,
Right.
but don't let nothing like that pass.
Respect. It's all about respect. They
Respect.
gotta.
Respect. They said get moving, get physical, do something, take a walk, exercise. You know what I mean?
Oh
Play
yeah.
pool.
Move around a little bit. Don't stay stagnant,
Huh?
you know?
What you said, Maxine?
Play pool. Right across the
Play
street from my
pool.
house, there's a
There
bar
you
right
Oh
go.
on the
yeah,
corner,
that's yeah.
and I
Now
go in
how
Yep.
there and
much
I play pool and darts.
now how much
Yep.
that pool starts to help your mentality and help you like, you know what I mean, wind down
Yeah,
Yep.
or anything.
because
Forget,
when
move
you
on
hitting
from
the
what
ball, you
you're
think you hitting somebody, so you ain't losing.
stressed. Yeah. They say practice assertiveness. Like practice speaking up and speaking your mind and saying what you do. Don't be so passive.
Right.
You
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you have to let people know, hey, I ain't the one to mess with.
No, I have that
know?
problem. I'm outspoken.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tone it down. I'm very outspoken. I gotta tone it down.
And the last one they said, which is good because it leads into another topic, it says stay connected with allies.
Oh,
If you're displaced and you don't have anyone, stay connected with those who they said so. I don't want to say validate because I don't think you need validation from anyone.
no.
Um, it is good to know that someone who's not in the community, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, is there to support you or there to
But yeah.
uh, have your back because that does help in the mentality knowing it's almost like, yeah, I know my
But
family loves me, but when I go out, I still want the love and respect of everyone
you're right.
else.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
then the next topic that it went into is speaking on like the importance of being an ally for those who are going through depression or being stressed for the holidays and really don't have a
Mhm.
lot of food to turn to, especially family.
Right.
Your ally, look out for those people. You know what I mean? Look
Mhm. Yeah.
and out and don't make plans for them, but leave it open to let them know that you're there. Um,
Yeah.
it would depend on what they want to do.
Right. Or invite them into your home for the holidays.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
oh
Mhm.
yeah. We have to, in our community, we have a lot of parents that are not biological parents. We have a
Mhm.
lot of the older community taking care and looking after a group of the younger community. I guess sometimes they'll form what we call the house, but a lot of times it's not that structured. Sometimes it's just like family, just come over. You can crash whenever. You can have a meal. Let's sit and chat it up. You're invited to my events, invited to my barbecue. You are my
Yeah. For sure.
cousin, my child, my whatever it may
Yeah.
be. It's very important. Allies are very important to us when we're going through a lot. I mean, it's good to have someone who understands what you're going through and going through the same thing in the community, but it's also nice to have someone who doesn't quite understand, but yet they still support.
Still
You know what I
support,
mean?
right?
Mhm.
Right, right,
Exactly.
right.
Exactly.
Mhm. But those were my little lists that I went through. I was like, oh, okay. I see that. I see that. I see
Yeah.
that. But
Exactly.
it's just the holidays are a little harder. If you're a little depressed outside of the holidays, sometimes it supersizes it during the holiday.
Mhm. Exactly. And that's good because like I said, the youth, they're more into the holidays than like the
And
like
us.
yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
know the
'Cause we've done it
Yeah.
multiple times and it's like, okay, all right, yeah. We
Yeah.
know what
Holiday is just another day to me.
right. Exactly. So I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah. Like I said, yeah, I want to get this journal out, shadow work journal, to wherever, so people can pick this book up, because it really is a really good book, and it really helps with a lot of stuff that people go through.
Oh, that's
And
good.
I bought my son a book. He's 13 and he's
Yeah.
reading it now, and it's called "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff," which is a
Mm,
really, really good book.
Oh, okay. Don't
Yeah,
sweat the small stuff.
yeah,
mm,
because he gets mad when the game is not working or something, this and that. So I started giving him this, like, and he likes the book.
Uh,
He's 13, he likes it. I'm gonna find
mm-hmm.
out the name of it. It's a really good book too.
Oh, so he had like a short extension span, like he gets upset real quick.
No, he just
Oh,
don't like to lose.
oh, he don't like to lose. Oh,
Yeah, he don't like to lose the game
he very competitive.
very much.
mm,
But
mm.
yeah,
You
but
get where that book "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff." I want to see the author of it.
Yeah, we'll have to give some references, even if y'all send it to me in a text, the name of the book and the author,
all
or I'll
right.
put it on this myself just to give a
Let me
reference. I
get
mean,
that
put it
book.
on the post of the Help Me Understand
Okay.
flyer
Mhm.
post, and put it under there in the comments so people can, check it out if they choose to check it out.
Yeah, because they said the to shadow work is more so like just your child inner self, and your how you're bringing up as a child, and just everything you went through as grown up.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
definitely for me. Look at this one.
don't
Mm.
sweat the small stuff for teens. Simple. I need to get that for my grandson.
Yeah, because he's young and like if he's not winning the game, he gets mad. He throws his remote control and everything. He done went through three remote
Oh,
controls. So you want to teach the kids when they're young. Like don't
Yeah,
argue with them, yell at them. You teach
yeah.
them.
right. Exactly.
I think it's the responsibility for us older ones to kind of reach out to the younger ones. And when I
Yes.
say that, I'm specifically talking about like our rainbow community, to kind of
Mhm.
through some things, and that may in turn help us through some things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but it's crazy because the holidays, and it seems the more and more people are becoming, what's the word they use in woke, as far as history, as far as what's really behind some of the meanings of these holidays and how they came about.
Yeah,
A lot
because
of
I'm trying to understand about the Christmas part where they said Jesus was born on that day when he really was supposed to. They say he was born in April, but I'm not the one to gossip. But go ahead.
Yeah, but you know what? My thing is everything's so focused on Christianity. I'm a spiritual person, but people also have to realize the Christian holidays is not the only holiday. You know what I mean? It's not the
Right.
only celebration. If it's there's tons of celebrations and stuff out there
Yeah,
for all cultures and all different religions and all
for
different
sure.
mindsets.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so I don't, it concerns me when people get caught up on the Christian traditional uh,
Right.
ways.
Right. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I
it's like it's
definitely.
okay. It's okay if you're different or if you want to be different, if you need to be different, if you have to go from one to the other because of the support that you need,
Hmm.
because all of us need some type of support. Just like you said, somebody to talk to.
Yeah, that's it. Just somebody to talk to, and it's like when I be out in the street, I don't. Some people I don't even know. They'll come up to me and tell me their whole life story, and they don't even know me from.
That's because you
Mm-hmm.
have that approachable era about you. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
Uh,
mean? You are very approachable, Donna.
uh,
Your look is
uh,
approachable. I'm just saying your look is
yeah.
very approachable.
Oh well, that's nice. I'm glad I can help them.
And I'm saying you smile a lot. It's not like you're standing around everywhere looking mean and standoffish. So I think that's a testament to the kind of person you are. Because I know
Yeah, and I
people
speak when
are very
people
complimentary.
because some people I'll say good morning to people and they'll look at me like I got two heads. But when some people say that to me, I'm like, good morning, how you doing? I'm always,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
Right.
some that's one of the good things about one of the positives about the holidays. People are a little more um, kind, I guess, kind
Yeah,
and giving
definitely. Hmm.
usually, even though they cut it off about mid-January. But
Yeah. Think
Yeah.
Thanksgiving more so because people know they about to eat and chow down on some good food. So you know how we love to eat, so we gonna get happy.
hmm but I know one thing. Now I'm saying this as a black woman.
Hmm.
Therapy. We don't like therapy in our culture.
I have my
People,
therapist.
but I think that therapy is very important. I think that if everybody could have a therapist, they should. I don't think you need
I
to
have one.
figure out a problem in order to go. I think you can just go in general because you need somebody neutral to be able to kind of talk to. Like, I have a best friend. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? What if I want to talk about my best friend? I can't talk to my best friend about my best,
Mhm.
talk to my best friend about
Right.
herself. I have a
Exactly.
partner. I have a partner who's very open. We have, we can talk to each other
Yes.
about anything. But there's some things I'm like, I might want to protect you from because there's some stuff that's going on in my mind that I need to work out so I can be a better person. You know what I mean? Even
Hmm.
though I can talk to
See,
her,
and,
she's there
and
for me, and she
Yeah.
constantly reminds me how she's there for me. It's still not a neutral person because we got emotions attached. So sometimes you need
Yeah.
that stranger, that professional stranger, to come in there and be like,
Yeah. Exactly. I got an
I,
appointment with my therapist on the 25th.
see, and I'm glad you brought that up because I just got a referral from my doctor to see one, and then when I
Yeah.
called to make the appointment, man, they
Yeah.
gave me an appointment all the way in April. They they so backed up out here, like you cannot see one out here.
Oh my
mm-hmm.
God.
Mm-hmm.
And you're where? Where you located?
Stanford, Connecticut.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
So they tell you like if you
So
thinking of committing
that's good in a
suicide or
way.
something, or you think you're gonna hurt somebody,
Uh-huh.
call a hotline.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that
But my
means a
thing
lot of
is,
people going to see therapists. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good
see, I think
thing.
it's good, and like I said earlier, I don't think that
That's a long time.
I think that you
Mm-hmm.
don't need to wait for a problem. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You don't need to wait for a problem to go. If you're able to, if your insurance covers it or whatever,
See,
go do it.
that's the reason I want to go, not for the
Right.
problem, before the problem
Mhm.
occurs, because you can
Right.
Right.
only take but so much before you snap.
Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Like my
definitely.
dog was my best friend, and I literally went outside like maybe a week ago, and I gave him away to a total stranger. Just told him you could have him,
Oh
So
wow.
that was bothering me a lot. So
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
And see, when you already are thinking about stuff and you put holiday expectations on top of that,
It's so yeah. I
yeah.
mean, we as humans, it's so much we can take after we,
Mm-hmm.
it's so much that we try to, but some things we just gotta,
Yeah,
what about?
because I tell you what, I had a little bit of depression only because the my uncle who passed was on my father's side. So, I was with my father's side of the family a lot for that time of mourning. And I felt
Mhm.
bad because I'm so used to celebrating with my mother's side, going to the family gathering. And, I felt kind of bad. I'm like, I'm usually over there and I've moved away for the last couple of years. And I just, my mom and my son and my daughter-in-law and, my aunties and them, I felt so bad that I wasn't able to, join them in the stuff and just do our regular
Right,
BS. That
right,
Yeah.
bothered me a little bit. It bothered me to disappoint one side of the family because I had to be there in support of the other side of the family.
right.
So it doesn't
Exactly.
sound like much, but it weighed a lot on me because I'm
But
used to.
that word you said morning, right? That's why I said I don't know why people still saying good morning because nobody's morning. That's why I say grand rising. I'm just wanting to put that out
You know I stopped texting you good morning, right?
there. Yeah, because nobody. I don't like that word morning because our English has spells in it. When you say good morning, nobody's morning. We shouldn't be saying that, but
Okay,
that's
well,
another.
next time I see you, I'm gonna just be like, "Hey, girl, hey."
Yeah, I
We're
stopped texting her
rising,
that.
a supreme rising, something, but no morning. We not morning over here.
Yeah, so nah, but we have to somehow find a way to help our ones that have hard times for the holidays. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially ones that
definitely.
don't have a support system set up, or their support system fell through the roof because, or fell through the floor, not the roof, fell through the
Right,
floor because they started living their truth.
right,
So
exactly.
definitely, I would suggest, we were
Hmm.
saying it, say it over and over and over again: therapy, therapy, therapist,
Yeah,
therapy.
and people think they're doing seeing a therapist is wrong or is a problem or is voodoo or is a
Well,
whatever.
our
It's
culture usually doesn't. We like, I was raised to
like a bad thing.
about your problems. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
I wasn't raised to go to a therapist. That wasn't how I was
Right,
raised. I had to kind of change that mindset as I got older, that, they're not bad people.
Uh-huh.
exactly. Especially when I came back from overseas from being in the combat and have being diagnosed with PTSD. I had no choice. I have my own private therapist that I just call when I want to talk to them
Hmm.
from the military.
Yeah. And see, that's nice when you have that option, but there are a lot of people out there that that option's not there. They just don't have the money or the insurance to cover what a
Uh-huh.
therapist would cover.
Right,
So that's where some good friends and hopefully family, whether it be blood or not, can come and kind of uplift, um, or at
right,
least listeners, you know.
exactly.
And another thing, people always, and I always say that people will admit that there's no perfect people, but yet they expect you to be perfect.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
No,
it's
I
confusing
don't
to me.
know.
Everybody preaches there's no perfect people, there's no perfect people, but yet they concentrate on your flaw and run with
Right.
it. You
Yeah,
know,
like nobody's perfect. Everybody, they're it's either you're gonna be there and accept it or you're not. But nobody's perfect. And,
no.
Uh-huh.
The main thing is to
and
accept yourself, and I think, I think it was said earlier, you just gotta accept yourself and be comfortable with yourself. Know that you're living your truth. First, you got to do
mhm,
that self esteem first. You
Uh-huh.
know,
right.
and then after that, I think things start brightening up a little bit. You don't. I don't know. I think that if you feel good about yourself and stuff, like, what was it, Teresa? Is that your name? What's
Mhm.
your name? All right, Teresa. And she was saying earlier, you got
But,
to love
oh,
yourself.
here, Maxine. Oh, well,
Maxine.
Huh?
Maxine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maxine. Why y'all say yeah when I said Teresa? I
Oh,
don't know what
I thought you were talking
I
about
said.
I
somebody
thought you was
else.
talking about
Oh,
somebody
because
else.
look, this is what I'm
Yeah, me
doing.
too.
This is what I'm doing. I'm talking to y'all, but also my daughter's on here because her school just notified me that they're closed. So I'm trying to, like, I'm on the phone with my
Oh,
daughter on here typing, and I'm talking to y'all. So
oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Maxine. That's Maxine
My
with us.
daughter's name is not Teresa. I don't know where I got that name from, but yeah, I'm trying to multitask as I'm sitting here running my mouth. Uh,
It's all good. I was like, I thought you were talking about somebody,
It's
but
no,
yeah.
but
because
you gotta
like
love yourself. That helps with a lot of the depression and stuff when you're real confident and secure with who you are.
if as a group, if we teach the youth to love themselves, like say for
Mhm,
instance, they had a bad growing up life and their life was terrible, right? And their
mhm,
parents always told them they wouldn't be nothing. That's
mhm,
gonna make them stronger. But you gotta teach them that to show them that
mhm,
what they do to you is gonna make you a strong. That's what happened to me. So I
mhm.
go by what I came from. Like
Right,
it's gonna make you a stronger person. It's not gonna make you weak.
right.
But
Right.
a lot of
You
youth
right.
don't get that because they don't have the support.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They don't have
And
it.
they don't have the support, and it really hits home. Holidays really make it hit home because you see everybody with their support systems. And you
Mhm.
might be like, you know what? Freak it. I ain't got no support. It's just me. Oh well. Rolo, what is
Right.
it? Solo, Rolo, Dolo,
And
something they say.
and
Rolo,
yeah, and they grow up fast because
right,
they
but
have.
my thing is, they say that, but when a holiday comes, you feel a little, they get that little twinge of depression because, yeah, you're going solo, but it is something to say on
Yeah.
not having a support system.
Especially if you had it and then before you came out and your family knew what you was, you had that, but then after you told them what you was about, now it's like a
Exactly.
different. Right. So it could be hard when you had it and it was fine and then now you don't.
Maybe we should have an I am me house.
Mhm.
No, that would be
Exactly.
nice.
that might be something in the future because we do eventually want um a location that we can have people stay if they need be, training if they need
Yes.
be, centralized location. Eventually that will happen, so that will come eventually, but you know
Yeah.
our own house.
Especially out in the cold days like this, if you homeless and
Oh,
And
mm,
it's crazy because even if you're homeless, there's shelters and stuff at some places, but even some of them shelters, if you are like trans, or if
mm-hmm.
yeah.
you are, so they will not, they won't even let you in because they claim that it's going to cause a disruption
Yeah.
or some kind of
Hmm.
issue or something like that. So, that's even worse for it to be cold, for it to be this freezing as it is, to be homeless, to not
Exactly.
have a support group, and not even have a place that is supposed to just take everybody. You can't even go
Hmm.
there. Like,
Right.
See,
imagine.
So sad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
you don't even know who, I mean, like here in Delaware, I'm like, I wouldn't even know if a youth was homeless because it's very rarely you see homeless people here too much. You see them here once in a
It's illegal in Delaware to sleep on the streets.
yeah.
oh,
Wow.
You cannot, if you are sleeping on a bench or something, crashing on a bench, park bench, they'll actually move, but they do have the right to arrest you.
Wow.
oh,
So that's why you don't. It's not that Delaware doesn't have homeless. Tons of homeless, believe me.
right,
Being a social worker for all them years, you run into so many. It was unbelievable how many homeless people were here. Just
really,
because you're not walking over them on the street or anything like
right.
that, they were here. And like I said, it's illegal to basically sleep in the streets.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's why.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now, where
Hmm.
they go, I don't know. I'm sure they go wherever they got to go, just not to be seen. But it's sad. It's terrible.
Hopefully
And
they have some friends or whatever that really look out. Cause I mean, if I knew somebody that was homeless, as far as like a friend, I would probably put them up and get them situated and stuff like that. But then again, sometimes you just can't trust everybody too. So
yep.
that's another issue.
My thing is,
Yep.
even if I'm just not saying bring somebody in the house because you don't know, there's a lot of mental issues out there. There's a lot of reasons that people, some are homeless just because of circumstance. Some are homeless because of mental illness. Some are, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Um, but it is nice that, especially if you see somebody in the family, to maybe invite them to like a holiday dinner. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or
Exactly. Or let them
um,
take a shower or something.
yeah, let
Yeah.
them take a shower, feed a meal, get some clean, wash the clothes up, do something to that nature, you
Yeah.
know.
Have a nice stay. Yeah. But
Mhm.
some,
And a lot of people are okay like that during the holiday because they feel charitable, but then the holiday's over.
right. Exactly.
And unfortunately, if you look at history, usually February is usually our worst month as far as weather.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
February is where we get like ice storms and snowstorms usually. So,
Wow.
and that's after the holidays, well after, and
That
people
is true.
are.
Yeah. That is true. But I know you're supposed to be getting some snow tonight. I'm not sure. But
I
We,
am up
we,
here.
we got some
Get
2 days ago.
home tomorrow. I'm hoping that it allows me to get home tomorrow.
oh, okay.
I'm
I
not
hope
trying to be
so too. Right. Exactly. Yeah, but what you were saying, Maxine?
I said we got snow 2 days ago.
Oh
Mm,
yeah, we did too. We still got stuff on the ground. Yeah, some
Yeah.
wow. So
mhm.
yeah, but like I said, I don't know. We just like I said, if I knew some youth that was homeless, I wouldn't say take them in, but I would let them shower, eat, and probably maybe rest their head for the night. But you know, people get comfortable in your house and then you can't
I
get them out.
wouldn't. I would take them and feed them, but I wouldn't let them stay overnight. I would either help them find somewhere to stay, because you don't
Okay,
want a total stranger sleeping in your house at night and you're
true.
sleeping.
Yeah, you don't really
I
know
got my gun.
that.
No.
Yeah, person, but my thing is family. Like Maxine was saying, find them some kind of shelter. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
no, I mean, I don't know people, but
Or
I've
put them
seen
up in a hotel for the night.
if you
Yeah.
can afford it, put 'em up in a hotel. I've seen people on the internet, and I've never known anybody personally, but I've seen people on the internet, especially like if it's a holiday and it's cold, let people stay on like an enclosed porch for the night, or
Mm.
they make a shed that has a little,
Oh, okay.
for them so they can be out of the elements, but not necessarily in the so-called main
Yeah,
house.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So anything, I mean, that's one thing to keep them out of the weather, but we still got to work with the mind. You know what I mean? It still
Hmm.
does
Yeah,
still have the depression and the stress and just it's one thing to deal with life's issues as far as weather, Mother Nature, homeless, and then it's another thing to tag on the top that there's a lot of issues you're having just because people don't understand you,
And
or
right.
that
people don't get you, or people don't want to accept your truth, like that's a whole nother whole nother issue that's
and
piled on top of all the other issues you have.
and that's why it'd be easier for the adults to speak to them because we've been through it, so we
Yeah,
can walk
Mm-hmm.
them through it.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
definitely, definitely.
absolutely. Like I said, tune in next month and we are going to get into what IME is going to be doing, and what we our mission and our incentive is for Delaware's youth right now. I mean, hopefully one day it'll be
Yeah.
youth, but right now we're going to concentrate on home, and then we'll branch out.
And then like you say with the youth being put out of their their comfort zone with their family, a lot of them don't continue school neither.
Well, you
Hmm.
figure that, being depressed, that can bring out so many different negative emotions and stuff. You know what I mean? So many different negative things that people do, like microaggressive behavior, suicide. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it just leads to so many things that could just just could pile your problems even more. And
Yeah,
we need to speak to the
yeah.
youth, embrace them. We need to let them know. Um, And then to me, the youth is most important because hit them right before they become those independent adults so that they can
Right.
be a little, be there a little better.
Mm-hmm.
One thing to um, have a depression and be able to only focus on your emotional issues because you're working, you do have a place, but
Right.
to be a youth and not have that and just be put out there like that.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have more things for them.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, the thing is that they have a lot of things, but it's always some type of condition or red tape. You know what I mean? It's always the stuff that's not said.
Right.
Um, and that's how come I said, well, one of the perfect examples is what we was talking about earlier, as far as the shelters where, yeah, it's a homeless shelter, but if you're trans or if you're,
Right. Yeah,
flamboyantly,
yeah.
a rainbow member flamboyantly,
Come
they
in.
may turn you away,
Right.
Thank you.
just might turn you away and won't allow you to enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
basic life.
Yeah. So
Good.
so
Thank you.
holidays are some the holidays are good, but then some holidays are bad depending on people's situation.
I think holidays are great. We just got to convince people to make it, we just got to let them know it could be great for them too. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be the traditional way. We can make it great in other
Hmm.
ways.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly.
But I think that therapy, having, and when I say therapy, definitely the preference is professional. But if that's not an option for you at the moment, find at least one person in your environment that you can talk to, whether it be, if you don't have anyone personal, you can, there's organizations you can go to. You can come in Delaware, you can come to IME.
Hmm.
To go to, research, they're out there. So, just find a home, even if it's one person or a group of people, because
Right.
we're out there. We're out there.
Mhm.
When I'm going
Exactly.
through something, I always reach out to D.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, like my
Yeah.
mind.
I know.
And see, I'm one of them people, I internalize stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I get depressed and stuff. I like to go in a dark room. Believe it or not, dark rooms relax me.
I
Like if
love
I go
dark
in a
rooms.
black room, it relaxes me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it irritates my partner because she just wants me to talk about it to get it out. So maybe she can,
Help you
understand
out.
what's going on
Mhm.
and be there. And me, I know I'm a little stubborn. It's like I need to work it out in my head first. You know what I mean? And
Right.
sometimes
Right.
it's a little bit, it'll make me depressed, and sometimes it don't. But it's like I have to learn myself to talk to
Hmm.
someone. I'm not used to. I wasn't raised to, share my problems with everybody.
Right. Exactly. Me neither.
I was raised to internalize them and deal with them and work it out. Take some
Mhm.
Robitussin at night, go to sleep, take some Vicks and shut the hell up and keep it
Exactly.
pushing.
Right. Exactly.
Be like, wait a minute, I don't even have no physical issues. I'm just
See,
depressed. Go to
Right.
sleep, take a nap. You be all right.
Right. 'Cause I used to keep a lot of stuff bottled in until, yeah, then now I was like, nah, I'll speak my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they said,
Um,
you gotta learn to be assertive. You gotta maybe not be mindful of people's own little sarcastic microaggression statements and stuff. And you know,
yeah,
you gotta
for
find your
sure.
strength. I guess that's one of the questions you should actually like. What would give you strength?
Right.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
some people
Strength
just
is
need one
loving
person. Some
yourself.
people need a group. Yeah,
Definitely.
some people need one person. Some people need a group.
Yeah. Some people are like introverts, some people are extroverts. I can go either way, but I'm more satisfied and happy when I'm kind of like doing my own thing by myself.
see, that's how I am. And see, I have this problem. Like, you push me and push me and push me, and then when I snap, like, if I was to get into a fight, I would not stop hitting a person. So I keep myself from getting into any fights. Like, I
Right.
gotta just hold back from everything, and I've been holding back for like a couple of years now. And it's like I
Mm,
can't take no more. So it's like, okay, let me talk to a therapist now, because once I
right.
put my hands on somebody, God knows I'm not gonna stop. So I have to
Yeah.
move
So
myself out of
yeah.
that situation.
Well, we don't want that happening, and we don't want to suggest that anybody put no hands on anybody.
That's the reason
I
you
don't
gotta
need to be
move yourself
bailing you
out of
out,
that situation,
Maxine.
huh?
I don't need to be bailing you out, Maxine.
That's why I look for that therapist, because
Yeah,
enough's
yeah,
enough.
definitely got to. You got to, especially in your situation, you got to talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best thing. Talk to someone neutral that's not part of your, a direct connection to your life.
Yes.
Um, Somebody from the outside that can give you a nice neutral opinion and make you realize some stuff and have you thinking like, oh
Right.
yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Ah, yeah,
I
you're
know.
right.
See, for me, I prefer to talk to. I mean, not that I have anything with male therapists, but I prefer to talk to a female therapist more because they're a little bit more. You know, they're not gonna rush you. They a little bit more
And see, that's
impact.
another thing. When people get therapists, don't just randomly get one. Research. Find
Yes.
one that you feel understands where you're coming from. I know if I'm like you, Nana. I don't have anything against males, but I would want a queer woman
Mm-hmm.
as. I know a lot of great therapists, but they still aren't that good with LGBTQI bedside manner. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
Like they're
Right.
great therapists. They just aren't comfortable with some of the issues that are um, specifically in our community. You know,
Right. And yeah, because mine, she's not in the community, but she been helping me a lot, especially through some relationships that I've been through. And she's been very understanding and she really like I could tell she really cares.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm
And
the same way too.
you don't have to be in like you don't have to be in the community. That's my thing. Do what is comfortable for you. Some people
Mm-hmm.
prefer somebody in the community. Somebody just prefers somebody that understands the community. The only thing I
Right.
say for our people, the rainbow community, which I consider my people,
Yeah.
is you know be very careful because there are some people that take their personal
Hmm.
what do you want to call it, their personal moral compass,
Right.
try to like blend it into your little therapy session. Uh,
Right.
So my thing is just research. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Research,
yeah, for sure.
find out what works for you, who you want to talk to. Who I want to talk to is going to be different than who you want to talk to.
Yeah,
Um, just
yeah. I've
cater
been
to.
rocking with her for like a couple of years, and
That's
she's
good.
Yeah. And
yeah,
that's probably why you're so happy-go-lucky and approachable.
yeah, yeah.
Or or it could be because she love herself.
There
Because
you go.
I walk in a
Oh,
bar and
I
like all the
definitely
females in
do.
that bar love me because I love myself. So if you love yourself,
Exactly.
you can love anybody.
They see that. Yeah, they see that aura about you when they know you got that confidence. You love yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, because people. If you stop feeding into people's judgment, they'll stop. I'm not saying they won't stop judging, but they'll stop bringing it to you. You know what I mean? They may
Mhm.
do it on the side, but they're not gonna bring it to you. So
Mm-mm.
definitely you gotta love yourself. But in the meantime, in between time, especially around
Hmm.
you're getting really truly depressed, you really need to reach out.
Oh
Yeah.
Really,
yeah, that's a must because got to because
if you're in
mhm.
Delaware, I know that, and even if you're not in Delaware, I guarantee there's organizations out there that you can reach out to if you chose to,
Oh yeah,
that are nonprofit and aren't going to charge you anything. Just want you to, um, get the understanding that you need to get.
yeah, for sure. It don't matter youth or older people because older people go through a lot of stuff during holidays too. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we're talking a lot about the youth, but this goes across the board for all ages.
Hmm.
There,
Yeah.
I think depression has, not I think depression has no age. There is
Hmm.
it's not like when you get this age, you're no longer going to be depressed, or when you get a certain age, you can't be depressed until you get,
Right.
it has no age.
Right.
It's just about your experience in your life, and what's going on. So, absolutely. I just
Because
feel
I
so
know
bad.
a lot. I know.
No,
I know parents that are against what their children are. I'm sure eventually they regret that because, like, when the holidays come around, I'm sure they be like, "Dang, I really want to be
Wish my
around
kid
my
was there.
child." Right. But their whatever don't make them want to do that because
Hmm.
but
it
you know
don't.
what my thing is? The people out there that are to my brothers and sisters and non-binary, my family. I ain't gonna go into all that. My rainbow family. My thing is, don't stress about other people's issues. You
Right.
know what I mean? Don't stress yourself about other people's issues. If your parents have disowned you or put you out, or your friends or family have turned their back on you,
That's
um,
crazy. I don't
work
get it.
on yourself, because when you're confident, you draw confident people, and
Hmm.
build your little support group. And I guarantee you, they're either going to do one or two things. They're going to continue doing you the way you are. They're going to come and meet you where you at.
Right.
And if they don't, you cannot stress about that. It's unfortunate, but
Yeah,
make
but
your
the
own
funny thing, yeah, but
foundation.
the funny thing, you could be come out being lesbian, gay, whatever, but they'll disown you. But go rob or go kill somebody, they ain't gonna disown you. They gonna be like, yeah, like it don't make no sense.
Yep.
Hmm. You could be
A pedophile, they
yep, you could be a pedophile. You could. I mean, I'm saying, you could be anything, and they won't. But if you're gay, ooh, ooh, ooh,
it's like
ooh, ooh.
the end of the world.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
I don't get people, boy. I don't get them. But yeah, I'm glad my mom wasn't like that. She was a little bit upset, but she ain't throw me out there. Well, I was 24, so she was throwing me nowhere. But
I don't
but
want to get
yeah,
too much into coming out stories. I don't want to really get into that too much because we're
yeah, I
talking about
know, yeah,
pressure. I know that you just need to really be secure in yourself,
oh
and
yeah,
whatever,
for sure.
work on whatever takes you to that point, because you're just not going
Right.
to wake up secure. You know what I mean? You're just not going to
Mhm.
wake up and dismiss all the things that you were raised to believe. Bad enough you have an internal. A lot of people have internal conflicts because you're raised to be this one thing, but
Mhm.
inside you're not. That's an internal issue all altogether. But
All together, right?
care the title, mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, coworker, neighbor. I
Right.
don't care the title. Demand
No.
respect. Respect yourself,
Every.
and
Yeah.
demand everybody to respect you. You know.
Exactly.
So if your family is one that's shunning you, stop trying to please them. Please yourself.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes,
Please
me. I cut them completely off and just do me.
Exactly. Because you got to
you'll
live your life.
you'll build your own family support system. You'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
My
I'm
support
just
system
glad
is my
I have
daughter.
someone, yeah, I'm just glad I have someone like if I want to, if I get a little down or depressed, I'm blessed to have someone right there next to me that I can, talk to, that
Yep.
understands where I'm coming from, that, can be a little more sensitive to what
Right.
I may need as opposed to, I have some friends that are really good friends. They're not in life and they really mean well, but they just don't have that extra sensitivity that I need sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Even
Exactly.
though people,
See,
I still needed to have someone with the extra sensitivity that I need.
Yeah,
and
me too. I'm like
I
that too.
I met some real nice people out here that I became
Uh-huh.
friends with, and like we really was cool and hanging out and everything. But
Hmm.
they're very nice, very nice. But what turned me off was every time we together, they're
Hmm.
sniffing coke and
Mm,
they try to push it on to me. So I
Mm-mm.
had to cut the tie because I'm like, I don't do that. But they're like, just once, just twice. So
Mm-mm.
you can't be in that.
That's
I
not
don't want to.
fun.
Yeah, the conversation, like if you need somebody to talk to, is good there. But I
Right.
can't be around somebody that's trying to entice me to do something that I know
Do
I'm not
something
going to
that
do.
you don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
so
turn.
I had to stop hanging with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because life is hard. There's a lot of decisions in life we're gonna have to make that we don't want to make, that it hurts us to make. There's decisions that I made that I had to step away after I made them. I knew I made the decision and that was the right decision, but that wasn't my emotions wasn't following me right there. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
I had to step away, but we just have to really my thing is I always tell people, I tell my kids this too, at a certain
Hmm.
point, it's okay to be selfish. Don't let that be a
Hmm.
selfish is not a negative word. You can make it negative, but it also can have some positivity. You need to be a little selfish in order
Hmm.
to, be secure with who you are. You got to.
And set boundaries too.
The rainbow family, we have to be a little selfish in order to just kind of focus.
Just
You know what
live
I
our
mean?
life. Yeah.
And just
Hmm.
live. Yeah. Because after a while, it gets tiring constantly wondering what other people think of you. It gets tiring constantly
Exactly.
looking for that validation. It gets tiring constantly looking for someone to embrace you like you used to be an embracing from like maybe when you were younger. When you were, as
Yep.
I say, faking the funk. That's what I'll call when you're not living your truth.
But see, the
Mhm.
thing with me, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people should do the same thing. I taught myself not to care what other people think,
Right.
and to worry about what makes myself happy. And that's my
Yep.
whole focus. Like you can think whatever you want about me. I know who I am.
Hmm.
Exactly.
And I think that we are great because we are strong women who was
Mhm.
able to, come to that conclusion and love ourselves. But there's a lot of people out there that just don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? They
No.
just
Nope.
know how to do that. They haven't had that in the raising, in their upbringing, and now all of a sudden they're faced with having to do it, and they just don't know how
Hmm.
to love
Yeah.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know,
when again the therapist come in.
therapists, and the holidays brings that twofold. If you feeling down about
Right.
yourself, what other people think, the holidays, especially Christmas, can make you feel even worse.
Hmm. Yeah. And then well, we going into holidays, but they're not like again like Christmas and Thanksgiving. They're just regular like so,
Yeah.
but still,
Like I said, the
holidays
most,
out.
and they were like, Christmas is the holiday with the most depression. People get
Yeah,
depressed around Christmas
especially
holiday, any other holiday.
yep, because they can't buy presents or they can't be around family because their family. Yeah, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you can take a lot of that off of you mentally if you just be a little selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
shoot. I tell my daughter all the time. This. I tell her. This Christmas ain't like other Christmas.
I've
We
been telling my children that since they became, double digits. Yeah, you not. Don't think that Mama gonna keep mine. We need to have a talk about the meaning of Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're getting a little older now, so I don't feel obligated to. I don't want there's no. My
Exactly.
daughter was like, "Mom,
Can't,
do you need my list? Your list? No,
What
you can't
list?
tell my kids that they don't want to hear that.
what list?
Right.
Well, my daughter is.
They
She's
still
18.
teenagers, so
What I
yeah.
mean? She's 18. I'm like, what list? I'm gonna tell you what your list is. Getting you
Mhm.
into college.
Right.
You
Exactly. College first.
One thing is I gave
Exactly.
her a present, but it wasn't a list. It's like, okay, I talked to you all year and I know what you like, I know what you want, so I'm gonna surprise you with something. Because you've done everything that you were supposed to do,
Also, right.
Oh, keep it.
surprise you with something, and that'll be on the holiday.
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
there's no Santa list anymore. I don't there's no more lists.
No
Yep.
list, 'cause the list be long as hell.
The
That
list
Christmas
was
list be
long.
3 arms
With
long.
my children, their list got shorter but more expensive. When they were
Oh,
younger, they had a long list that you could go to. Well,
you
I'm
can
old
go
school, so I
right.
could go to like Woolworths or Toys R Us or some shit like that
Right.
and fill it up. But
But
the list
the
now is very
vaccine talking
short.
about you talking about iPhone 15. Them things about what, about 1,000 a piece?
Thirteen
I
hundred
told
apiece.
I was
Woo!
just playing around with my daughter, saying,
That's
what would
crazy.
be on your list? She talking
I
about
know.
iPhone 15.
Yeah.
Then she talking about, oh, I need a whole new laptop with all this. I need a
Oh, she
laptop
sound
with
like my
that.
son.
Right. And then she's like, oh, and I mean, if you want to give me something, you can get me like, I don't know, it's like some shoes or something, but they were like a couple of hundred. Like, are you freaking kidding me?
There
So
you
the list
The
go.
is
older they get,
like
the
four
more
things.
expensive it gets. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like three or four things, but that's like a $2,000, $2,000-$3,000 list. Like, come on.
Just for the
Nah,
shoes and the phone is 2,000.
that's crazy. See?
So we probably talking about five.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And
Like
then
I'm
you
just
see why the parents get depressed on that part.
Oh yeah.
stressed because I tell you no in a minute. My kids know I ain't got no problem. I do not try to keep up with the
So,
Exactly.
Our last name is Brown. I don't know who
right,
them
not
Joneses
Jones.
is.
There
It's
you go.
crazy. I don't know who they are. But I don't want to get too much off topic. But it's definitely a lot of depression and stuff that goes on, especially in our community around Christmas.
Mhm. Yeah.
And because it's combined with so many different, you know, just different things that interfere with that, just to make you have certain type of mindset. It's just crazy. Between
Yeah.
displacement, between just life in general. It may even be not even about their sexuality or gender. It just may be
Mhm.
circumstance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For
Anything.
sure. But
There's a lot of kids in foster
mhm,
care that when they get 18, they get aged out and kicked out.
Mhm.
very much so.
You know?
You know, back in the days, it was. Now, I mean, it's not. I mean, parents are still like, but it's more not accepted, but more kind of know what's going on. Back in the day, you couldn't come out like that. So,
That was my mistake. I came out at 13 and my mother tried to kill me.
oh no,
Mm-mm.
yeah. So
But
I know.
Let me ask you, so okay, because we keep going back to the coming out story. So did anything change, like once you came out, did anything change when it came to the holidays? Like
well,
attitudes, moods, anything like
not
that?
as far as the holidays, not really, because we was in a one family house
Mhm.
and
Mm-hmm.
my mom's was a crackhead, so it was nothing to
Oh,
change. Like she was never there for
oh,
the holidays.
oh,
Like
wow.
she be on her mission and we be in the house. Me and my brothers be in the house chilling by ourselves. So
Oh,
trust me.
wow.
Like that's
So
why
you really had to fend for yourself as a child.
that's my real bad downfall too,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't have a parent that was there for us. I've tried to
Mm-hmm.
make sure no other kids go through what I went through,
Right.
and that's a bad downfall. You got to break that cycle.
Yeah, for sure. So your Christmas was just you and your siblings.
Chilling and having a house to ourselves at young age. Our friends
Wow.
partying with us, doing us.
Oh wow.
Oh, we
Now
had
my
fun though.
my my Christmas with my yeah. Go ahead. What you say?
No, I said we had fun though. Me and my brothers, we tear the
Yeah,
house
of
up and
course.
everything.
You know, you was it wasn't you was with your siblings, so yeah,
Yeah.
of course, y'all had each other's back. Yeah, yeah. My Christmas, well, after I came out, yeah, I was the same. Nothing changed.
Okay, mine's changed, but not in a negative. It's negative as far as irritating, but it wasn't negative as far as family disowning or
Oh,
displaced. For whatever reason, now mind you, they didn't do it before I claimed lesbianism. But for whatever reason, once I let them know that I was only into girls, every holiday there was somebody they wanted me to meet or talk to. Hey, Angel, I got a friend who's gay.
oh
You want to
no!
meet her? Or like, really? Why are
What?
y'all trying to hook me up and set me up with random people? Like,
Right, like
Wow.
it didn't even matter whether we had things in common. If
right,
she was
nothing. Like
my her type, it didn't matter. We gay.
right,
Yeah. There you
another
go.
woman. Woo! No way. That's
I'm
funny.
like, who's that? Is that one of our new relatives? Oh no, this is my friend from work. Angel, no, she gay. What?
Dang. They were trying to give you a present underneath the tree.
But my
Wow.
thing is, I didn't. I got irritated, but I had to step back because I looked at it as that's just their way of telling me that I was accepted. You know what I
That's
mean? It
cool.
was
Yeah, yeah, that
that,
most
you know.
definitely.
It was, my thing is before, like I said, before I claimed lesbian, they didn't come and say, "Hey, this guy." You know what I mean? They didn't say, "Hey, Angel, I bought a friend over." They
When
didn't say
she
any of that.
said that,
Right,
everybody
right,
want to hook you up.
right.
That's
But
funny.
yeah. So I feel very honored that I didn't have to go through a lot of things that some people go through as far as family and stuff. When
Yeah, I think most. Yeah, I got lucky too.
yeah.
I got lucky too. So yeah. But by the time like I said, 24. Yeah, I was already out the house. So it's not like I was a teenager like some teens. You know.
Hmm. I was out the house at 14.
Yeah. See, I was out the house
Ooh.
at 16, but that wasn't negative either. That was because my mama lived in the country and I only had to go to school a half a day and I worked a half a day. So my
See,
auntie lived in town and I rented a room from her, you
Uh-huh.
know,
there
and
you
then I
go.
just never went back home. You know, when I left her house, I went on my own. I just never went back home.
Well, but
There you
yeah,
go.
once I left, yeah, I didn't go back. Right.
But
Oh yeah.
no, I do think about a lot of people during the holidays and those who don't have. And the thing
Mhm.
is, I think about it, but I need to start acting on it because I do a lot of thinking, and I do more thinking than I do action, and I have to
Right.
work.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
see, the holidays is made so materialistic that for the holidays they should show more love.
Right.
Hmm.
Let them know there's a lot of love out there and less materialistic stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's all
See,
about money.
the best thing for me is not necessarily the whole gift giving and all that. It's just seeing people, seeing my relatives and
Yeah.
friends that I haven't seen in a while. And I know the holidays are times that people specifically put to the side to come back to family and stuff. So I can't even imagine if my family disowned me. I would probably go through some serious depression because I'm so used to them being my foundation.
Being
You
your
know,
family. Yep.
if they were
Hmm.
like, oh, we don't agree with that, that's I don't know, you going to hell with gasoline draws on or some shit like that. I probably would be completely depressed. It would depress me. Not having their attention and their love. I can only imagine for those who don't.
Right.
Um, what kind of
If you
mental
have a
toll.
big family, you have a big family, right?
My family's pretty
Yeah.
big size.
Yeah. So.
My immediate family with my mom, we're small, but my extent, like cousins and aunties and
Oh
all that.
yeah. Okay.
My dad was one of eight.
Ooh.
My
Wow.
mom's only one of four. Well, and but the kids have kids and they have kids. But you figure with
Oh
my
yeah.
family, it was just me, my mom, my dad, and my brother. And now we
Oh.
don't even he passed last year. So it's just us three as far as immediate and my kids. And my
Mm-hmm.
brother passed, he had like he got like seven kids confirmed. We think he got maybe nine, but
Ooh,
he had
wow.
seven confirmed. So the family is big in that part.
Ooh. Yeah. Back in the day, they had a lot of kids.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. He's younger than me, so I don't know. Back in the day, he was younger than me. He was 6 years younger than me. His thing is, I'm a
Oh.
not a fighter. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
He more than love.
But I say that to say that, I'm just blessed that I had a family that really, no matter what changes I've been through in life, whether it be telling them this or living my truth or any decision I made, they've always, whether they agreed or not,
There for you, right?
yeah, they're still there for me.
But see, here's the thing now. Now that I'm older, my mother calls me every single day.
Mhm.
My brother wants to hang with me,
Mhm.
but it's too late. She needs a kidney transplant, so she wants me to give her one. Now she
Mm,
wants to be in my life because she needs a kidney.
Oh.
You see?
Mm, mm. Yeah, that's not cool at all. That's not
mm.
cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Mm-mm.
so we
Sorry.
consensus that therapy is like the best option for people. Like
Yes.
that's
Mhm.
in that, you
Yeah.
know, find some love from somewhere. Family don't have to be blood. It could just be that
Not
person
at
that helps
all.
out for you. If you don't have any of that, reach out to an organization, reach out to a nonprofit to where it doesn't cost you anything or take your insurance. Reach out and
Yeah.
just fellowship.
Yeah. Especially certain
I'm gonna see if
states
they
are
got
way better than
nonprofits out
something.
here, because that'll probably
Where
get me to see one quicker in Stanford, a nonprofit organization.
yeah, you
I'm gonna
you
Google it.
you can yeah, or like what, that human resource, I don't know, whatever you go to see about getting some free help. What is it like?
I mean, you can always
Not
just do a
I can just
nonprofit.
Google it.
Yeah, you can just
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because there are people out there, that will talk to you. And like I said, they don't have, like we were talking earlier, like you said, your therapist Donna is not in the community.
Right.
Sometimes it could just be a good ally that just understands and
Mm-hmm.
respectful and willing to
Very.
learn.
Yeah.
Willing to learn.
Very. Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. But the funny thing, you go to court and you do a crime, they can appoint you a free attorney or whatever, but you can't get no free
That is so
Therapy.
therapy.
true.
That's so
Because that
backwards.
attorney, that free attorney, is gonna tell you to plead guilty. That's why
Hmm.
he works
And
for
they
them.
still getting paid, right? It's
Yeah.
crazy. You can't get a free therapist to like help you out mentally. That's
No. Mm-mm.
America for you.
Hmm. And cater to
If
the
I was
mass.
a therapist, I would do free. I would do free sessions, especially for the youth.
Let's say this, Donna. If you was a therapist and that was your only source of income, I know you're not going to completely get free, but I would say go
That's for
pro
the
bono.
youth. For the youth. For the
For
youth.
the youth, for certain. I would say
For certain people.
if I was a therapist, I probably would have at least maybe five spots in my roster for just. I,
Right.
I work with lawyers, so I'm used to pro bono, saying pro bono, but five, at least five slots on my roster of people that I'm doing that I'm not charging. You know what I
Right.
mean? That I
Something
have
like
going
that. Yeah.
organization or a shelter or somewhere and I got them and I'm just gonna do my due
Right.
diligence and be charitable and give my time and energy.
Right. Or go to like school, high school, and see if any kids need that, and do it like
Especially
that
now,
too.
a
And
lot
see,
of
they have
kids.
school therapy, they have therapists in school and stuff, but my thing is not every therapist um
Mhm.
are trained to deal with our community. And
Yep.
I would say like 90% of issues is across the board. It don't matter what your sexuality or gender is.
Right.
But there is 10% that needs to be catered specifically to you because you're going to have special issues that are
Yeah.
not heteronormative.
Same for the right. Exactly.
And they
Exactly.
need to at least have training in that or be open to it to
Do it.
learn
Right.
and work through it. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because that's a very intimate, y'all know a therapist is
Mhm.
like a family member. They're very,
Yeah, they're
you get,
personal. They know everything. They're personal everything, even down to your drawers. Yeah.
they know
Hmm.
more, they know more
I
than one
don't know
family
about
member,
my drawers.
but they know more than
Even
one family.
hypothetically speaking.
Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, but it's just, You just got to be careful picking one. I do think a good therapist is one that, even if they're not used to dealing with certain things, they're professional enough to make it work.
Hmm.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
I know my big thing is I don't like going to therapists who involve a lot of religion in their
Okay.
therapy. I know not,
Hmm.
that's not, I don't like that,
Right.
you know,
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
but,
Yeah,
everybody
because
gotta, do their own research, but I think that's the way to go for holidays because they're so extra. I
hmm
just center yourself. If you're okay with yourself, find a center. And if not,
right,
there are out there if you want to reach out. They might not be in your inner circle,
right.
but they will help you through your mental issues.
Hmm.
Yeah, 'cause my therapist, I had called her like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but she was on vacation because of the holidays. I'm like, thank God I really didn't need to talk to her at the time because, like I said, she called me back like later on after like the 3 weeks and then set up an appointment. But I I don't have to pay. It's from through the military, so I don't make a big thing about it because I ain't paying for it.
Mm.
So,
Even though we're saying all this, I'm not even gonna lie because we are IME. My thing is, if you need to reach out to somebody, go ahead and reach out to us. You can go right to the website www.imecorp.org, and we will see what we can do for you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Our therapist in general, but I'm not gonna, I don't have a specific one that I'm gonna put out there or anything like that. But contact us.
right.
We will
Mhm.
try to help you through it. We'll try to either help
Right.
you ourselves or at least find a safe resource to
Yeah,
help
because
you. That
we had a seminar. We had a seminar last year or the year before where I know we had some therapists that taught guest speakers.
we're gonna have some in the events that we have coming up this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we need that, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So yeah. Yeah. Nice little session. I mean for the new year, our little but we like I said, we're gonna have stuff next month discussion of what's coming up for IME. So
Yeah,
this way
we
we can bring it out to people that's watching.
All
help me
right.
understand IME's mission.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna do just to kind of give a little update on what we got going on. We got some stuff that we're working on, so we're gonna see what we can share with everybody next time,
Right.
Okay.
and just
Exactly.
general about what we need in our community and why we are doing what we do or why we want to do what we
And then
Yes.
and then people see us doing it, and then wherever they live, what state they live, maybe they might want to start their own little IME or their own little community of helping,
Yeah, to
the
help the youth.
LGBT.
That's true.
Hmm.
Like I said, for them to be stressed, that will kill them, or they can hurt anybody. So
do.
stress is the biggest issue out there with them.
Yep, stress or being abandoned, and yeah, all that. Yep.
To they harm themselves. They take that
Hmm.
so much internally that they end up harming themselves.
Drugs too. They
Hmm.
take drugs and
uh,
to
self
numb themselves.
mutilation or self harm.
Mm-hmm.
Things that it can lead to
They,
trying to relieve the pain.
and that's something you
Mm-hmm.
just said, D. Like on drugs, you see the AA meetings. They always got somebody to call at 24 hours. That's
Right.
what them youth need. They needed somebody they can reach out to 24 hours to call and make
24.
sure they're
Yep.
good.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And hopefully, if they have, if even if their parents put them out, if they have siblings that are still, that's not like that, that can still be in their life and help them out too.
Hmm.
See, this is the thing. I'm promoting IME. You contact IME. Not only are we going to try to help you, but we have no problem trying to help your family member or friend be a great ally for you.
Yeah. That's all they need is the understanding and
If you
somebody
need
to.
help, like if you want us to help you, you want us to help someone close to you understand you, let us know. We got you.
There you
Mm-hmm.
go.
Yep. Makes a big difference when they especially from another source, because they don't
Mhm.
want to hear from their child. They probably listen to somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
so the first step is IME is a good support group for the youth.
And the thing
Hmm.
about me is that we are composed of rainbow family members and allies. You
Hmm.
Yeah,
know,
it's a combination. Yep.
we
Hmm.
have both on the board, we have both on membership, so we can hit you at all at whatever angle we need to hit you at. You know,
Hmm.
we need to,
Exactly.
Good. That's good.
and
So
we all have
it's
different experiences. You know, we all are different personalities, different experiences. So I
right.
think it definitely
Yeah.
we definitely are out there for whomever wants to reach out for us.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Maxine. If you know anybody in your area or whatever,
I'm the only
just
gay person in my area.
So we'll help even if you're not
That
in
shows out.
our area, even if you're not in our area, we can still help. There is such thing as Zooms like we're doing now.
Uh-huh.
mm-hmm.
Phone calls. You don't have to necessarily be in each other's face
But,
to offer
but
assistance.
Maxine says she the only. How you know you the only gay one out there?
I mean, I met one aggressive like maybe a couple of months ago, but besides that, when everywhere I go, it's always
Yeah.
me. And then a lot of people out here says I recommend you, and I take
Um.
my hat off to you because a lot of people around here don't show that side of them. Listen, I'm gay. I've been
They
gay all my life.
still like
I'm
in the
not
closet.
sugarcoating it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
Why should you?
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this as a femme lesbian, meaning that when I
Hmm.
go out, don't nobody know nothing unless I open my mouth or they see me all hugged up with my
Right.
partner.
Right.
Um, you know, it's easy to say, "Oh, I don't know any gay people." You never know, never
Yeah,
know,
that's true. That's so true. That's true.
never know.
But
You
your
got your thousand
community is
case.
small, right? That's why you say that. Your
Nah,
oh.
I don't want to say it too loud, but a lot of them out here is still back in the days they racial.
Mm.
A lot of
Okay.
them don't really care for our kind. So
Yeah,
to
Oh.
be black and gay, that's a problem
Oh.
over here.
That's bad.
that's
Yeah. Taboo.
that New England area. Excuse me, that's that New England area for you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I have such a nice
Mm.
personality. Like they take to me,
Yeah,
they
you like
really
that.
like
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah.
that's what makes me comfortable out here.
Yeah, that's how it is with me. Cause yeah, cause I probably could get a lot of guys give me stare downs the way I dress and the way I look, but everybody's like, "Hi, how you doing?" Give me that. Yeah, so
I don't get
I
that.
don't get that.
I don't get that. I don't get any kind of judgments unless they see me physically
Right,
do something. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I'm very very comfortable in who I am. I'm very proud of when I'm out in my relationship. Now my partner is a little older
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's not into as much like maybe public display of affection maybe as
Right,
I would.
right, right.
Like I'm out somewhere, we in a grocery store, I might come up and pinch her butt or you know what I mean? Or pat her butt or something like that, and she just be like,
Right,
Uh,
right, right. I get it. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
look at me and be like, oh, clutch my pearls. You know what I mean? I didn't know she would
oh,
let
see,
you.
and
Just because
see,
And I'm the
my
opposite too. Slap
right,
me, bite my
biology.
neck in public.
yeah, that's like me. I'm the opposite. Like we'll be out, and I'll hold her hand, and she'll pull her hand away from me, and I'm like, what? Or she'll walk in front of me. So I'll be like, all right, walk with your kids. I'll walk behind y'all. I don't care. Like,
No,
Right,
so it's
right.
what me and my partner, and I'm sure she's probably listening to this.
Hey,
I'm in,
Stacy.
Stacey probably home listening. Hey, Stacey. Hey, baby. Um, it's kind of like out in public, I'm more maybe affectionate than her, but in the house, she's more affectionate than me.
Yeah,
Like
and
my mom
yeah, right. You
was
balance each other out.
right, exactly yin yang, right? Yin yang.
Right, exactly. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And
Mhm.
everything's not for everybody.
And I think it's just, and I don't think it has anything to do with like confidence or anything. It's more like how you
Right.
were raised. He was,
Yeah,
raised
yeah, yeah.
where you
Of
didn't really
course.
play it like that, and but it is what it is. But we still
Yeah,
have to look.
because Stacy, she hold her own because
Oh
she ain't
yeah.
trying to be scared about who she is because you can look at her and see, hey. So
Well,
yeah, you can't be scared of who you are.
first of all, I
You
don't deal
came
with
too far for that.
I deal with very strong, confident people. I do not deal with weak.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
But you
can't
know,
Exactly.
keep off of that.
but I ain't gonna get in.
Exactly.
Don't call me, and be like, why are you talking about me? Um,
Ah,
I
sorry
am
about
not.
that, Stacey.
I am not the reason why people have depression or why they're getting through the holiday. Why are you talking about me?
Yeah, it's all good. We just talk in general because that's how what we do.
But we
Yeah.
need to, I think we really need to, and like this, we're talking about our experiences, and this is great to share with the youth, share with the younger generation, let them know, enjoy life. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Right.
Also,
And we got
uh,
people watching, right?
like I said, the people that talk to me about these help me understand Zooms do not maybe watch while we're live at the moment, but they always
Uh
go and watch at their own leisure. But we do get watched. We do get listened to. So
yeah, that's why.
you
Can
may
they
not
can they
see people,
type
huh?
anything? Can they type anything if they wanted to say anything?
Not after the fact. I'm saying they're
Oh,
not
right
listening
now while we live.
right now live, but what they'll do, because we do stream on other um uh we do streaming like it's streaming
Okay.
now. They'll go back and watch it, when we put it on the pages on social media. I mean, they can tag now. They can do
Oh,
it
okay, okay,
now.
okay.
We
Got
can do it now, but the majority of people that I talk to have watch us after the fact. I don't know why. It's the same time every.
Oh, okay, got you.
Opinion. Well, I'll wait to have your opinion after the fact.
Okay,
So,
nobody typed anything. Okay, thank you, Piers.
like I said,
Wow, we live and I don't got a haircut.
the majority of the people that I talk to be like, "Yeah, I didn't watch y'all at the time you were live, but I checked it out. I checked out the Help Me
Well,
Understand
that's
Zoom."
good. That's good. They can go back and watch it and see what we talked
I
about.
said maybe we need to make a list of like we were talking about the books that you guys are reading because they do go back. So if we
Yeah.
have a lot of resources or suggestions, I think it would be appreciated. If we
Okay.
attach the
Yeah. As soon
stream.
as I get off, I'll text you the book and the author.
Okay.
Yep,
And
and
if
we
I'll text you to Maxine.
because I think that's great. Anything to uplift anyone. Anything to uplift
Yeah.
mentality to make them a little more secure, a little more strong to deal with what this world has.
What I have to offer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because that's
It
so
has helped me. It's good for that relationship too, as far as relationship wise too. To have a better relationship with yourself and with if you find somebody to spend your life with.
right.
Yeah.
And see, that's what we need. We just need love. Everybody just need a little love. That's all. We
Yeah.
just need
Yeah.
a little love, especially during the holidays
I
season.
I want love, but I don't be letting nobody in. But that's another story.
But you know what, Donna?
There's another story.
You give love. Love don't always have to be, the heavy physical,
Right.
romances. Love is just caring, sharing.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm always caring.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. And you
You gonna
get
Mhm.
let
that.
somebody in sooner or later.
Huh?
When you find that right one, y'all gonna have a great time, and then I'm gonna be walking around single.
First of all, Donna be out there. I don't know.
I do. It's just I don't let nobody in. That's all.
Be
I'm a
Nobody can
like,
touch
very
that heart.
who's gonna be her plus one this time?
nobody. I ain't letting nobody in. I ain't letting nobody in.
Thing is, you have a very loving heart, and when I say share love, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Just
yeah,
to give
I do.
support, show that there is someone out there that looks out for you. There is someone that cares about you, and a lot of our
Yeah,
community, especially during the holiday, need that. They need to hear that.
for
They need to.
sure. For sure.
It's just
For
like
sure.
when you have so many issues, and then the holiday just like that piles it on even more and weighs you down even more. That's just
Right. It's like keep coming. Yep. There's nothing. Yeah. It's like they said. It's always stuff that makes you stronger. You
true.
know.
It's hard if you're not used to loving yourself like that. It's really hard. It's easy to say, but it's very hard to do. And we just got to teach them the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, it don't matter what age. Everybody go through something.
Yeah, it took me a long time to put myself before anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know, I know, I know.
It's a very hard
Definitely.
to be selfish. It's hard to be selfish. It's hard when
Mm-hmm.
you're not conditioned
Mhm.
like that. When you're told that if you think about yourself, that's wrong. You're not supposed
Well,
to. You always should put others before you. Not always.
right,
Sometimes you got to put
Nah.
before
Because do they put you
exactly.
before them? Nope.
Right,
exactly.
and that's funny thing because in the book right here it says, "Do I feel guilty if I put my needs first?"
Nope.
And that's a good thing to do.
That's crazy.
Sometimes if you write it down and people visually see it, it'll affect them a little more than just somebody telling them or talking to them.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
To make a list and actually look at your list, sometimes now that's depressing sometimes in itself, but at
Right.
least it's a little more real for some folk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, and I think everybody should like have a journal. I think people should have journals.
I think so.
I see.
I
I
don't know. I can't have no
on
journal.
your
I don't want
phone.
nobody reading nothing about me until I'm gone.
No,
Um,
no, you don't. You don't do it on a journal because I do it right, and I
Yeah.
do it on my phone. So
Okay.
where it says notes at
Yeah.
every
Notes.
day. I write in my phone because if you put it on a journal, somebody's gonna break into it just to be nosy.
Right. Well, I live alone.
I don't know. I put
Rub
it
it
in my
in.
I put it in my writings. Like if I write some poetry or something like that, I put it in there. But the way I put it in is kind of still leaving it open to where you got to think of it because I like kind of abstract. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even
Right.
writing it and it's pertaining to me, it's still a
Mhm.
little abstract, so it can also pertain to you.
So right. Exactly.
In my
Yep.
head, me getting it out, but it's still not letting you know exactly what I'm getting out.
Right. Exactly.
Well, some
Exactly. Yeah, but that's good. I think everybody should have, even if it's on how Maxine said on your phone. I just think people should,
I'm
and
saying
then you can always.
even if you write the list and tear it up and burn the page, paper after
Mhm.
like looked at it and studied it and learned something from it. You don't have
Mhm.
to write it. It could be anything. It could
Right.
be any kind of way, anything that any creative way that you want to give out that energy, any kind of way that you want to remind yourself. I mean, writing down is the best way, but there's people who go about it other ways just to give that confidence to themselves. So
Yeah. I be in the mirror in the morning talking about you beautiful. You look good. You're amazing. I always be in the mirror talking
yeah,
to myself.
ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
Mhm.
it. Like I said, there's always, I think there's a place for selfishness. You know,
Mhm.
place and time where you need to be selfish and
Yeah.
just to make just to secure yourself and how you feel about yourself.
Mhm.
Because once
Yeah.
you feel that way, you force other people to feel that way too.
Mhm.
You can have
Yeah.
100 hating on you, but if you walk in a place, if it's 100 people in a place and you walk in there and they're determined to hate on you, you go in there with a smile and be yourself. I'm gonna
Yep.
say about 2/3 of those people are gonna end up being your friend before you walk out.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
energy, they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is actually a cool person," you know.
Right.
And we need
Exactly.
a place where people need to stop thinking about what people do in their bedroom, and just
Mhm.
personalities.
Right. Exactly. You got that right.
Yeah, but the holidays, it just seems like for some it adds on extra weight.
Yeah, it
You know,
does. It does. It does
um,
because and a lot of people overthink a lot. And like I know I do a lot, but
yeah,
yeah, it could weigh on you, and it could be heavy, and it could do a lot of damage.
yeah, and we don't want that to happen. We want people to be happy and love themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I mean, it's nothing
In the
like
real
more.
world.
It's nothing like more when I go out and I see a family member just proud of themselves. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Always see that because we only initially recognize the flamboyant or the ones that look a little outside of the norm, as so to speak. But
Right.
just to see somebody happy in who they are and not really concerned too much with what's going on around them, they just know their focus
Outside. Yep. It's
and
like yep.
and love for themselves. That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a beautiful thing.
Yep. Exactly. And that's why. Yeah. I believe that. That's another topic.
Well, actually, I love this discussion. I know I did a lot of talking. I thought I was going to be cut out, but
Nah,
I,
see, that's the universe looking out.
And
I think
sorry
in the,
about just now. Somebody was FaceTiming and shut us off.
huh?
Oh,
Oh, okay. The live, yeah, the live, the streaming. Oh, it's still streaming.
I clicked back in. We had got cut off.
oh,
Oh,
really?
oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I just thought you left for whatever. I mean, I seen that you had left, but I didn't really, anything can happen. You could have went to the bathroom, or I don't know.
Nah, I'm
Uh,
not rude. I would say excuse me.
Uh, I mean, you could have been like, "My time's up, peace."
Nah.
I appreciate you, Maxine, staying in here with us for the.
Come on, I love this. This makes my day.
I
Yeah,
appreciate.
for
Hopefully,
sure.
you'll be a regular member. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
definitely. That's
Every
gonna be
Yeah,
me.
Thursday,
I tell her if she busy, she not busy. She
yeah, every
definitely here.
third Thursday, you
Always
can come
make
in.
sure she knows.
You can give your 2 cents all over the place.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be a
Yeah, I
regular
know.
member.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
Well,
up.
I think this was a great, great Zoom. I think that, we gave a
Hmm.
lot of suggestions, and all of us agree that therapy is probably the best thing if you're that deep in depression, because sometimes you're so deep you really can't, you really need help to get yourself out. You can't do it on your own.
On your
You know,
own, right?
at that point, you really need someone to help you get out. Don't think that you can do it on your own. Don't think that you have to do it on your own.
Exactly. Too many resources out there.
Nope, just come hit us up, www.imecorp.org. Go to our website, send us a little, all of us got our email in there. You can send
Yep.
us information individually. You can request a Zoom for all of us to kind of talk to you. You
Yep.
can be anonymous. It doesn't matter. Just reach out if you need to reach out, because what we don't want
Exactly. That's
is
why we here for. Yep.
You
we
go.
don't want anyone super depressed. We don't want anyone harming themselves. We don't want anyone feeling like they're alone in this world, especially around the holidays.
Right. Exactly. Definitely. That goes for
Hmm.
you too, Maxine.
Oh, I'm not harming myself. I don't know about somebody else, so now I'm joking.
I'm leaving. I'm messing with you.
Yeah. But thank you for this.
You're welcome. I'll let you
Well,
know when the next one is, okay?
Yeah, you know you got to
But
keep me
I'll
posted.
text you when I get off of here.
but
All right
see now,
then.
now I'm worried because you shouldn't have to do all that, because you should already be signed up for our newsletter where you automatically get notified when we have our events.
I think I do have a newsletter that comes to my email
Yeah, it
Oh,
comes
okay.
to and let you know
because
where you can
I
do.
be seeing stuff about brunch and stuff.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And I just remind you also.
Yeah, definitely remind me to Zoom because I be going with the wind.
I know. Yeah.
Donna, you want to do the closing? We at that time where it's almost time. It's about
Thank
time
you.
for us
Thank you,
to say.
everybody, for joining, especially Maxine, always loyal. Had a good discussion. And we'll be back in another 4 weeks.
Third
Well,
Thursday every month.
Thursday of the month. Okay, so and we'll put out flyers, and thank you for everybody joining. Hopefully you got something out of this.
Yep, and I want to thank it. Well, Maxine, do you want to say anything before we head out?
I appreciate it and
Yeah,
thank y'all.
you're
And I want to
welcome.
thank everybody also. Thank you, Donna and Maxine, for being on here. Check out I Am Me. And if we have anyone in the sound of our voice that are out there going through something, depression or anything because of displacement or not having a good
Yeah,
support, please reach out to us. The opinions you
definitely.
heard tonight, as Donna said earlier, are not necessarily those of I Am Me, but they are our own personal opinions.
Yeah.
So let us know. Reach out. We got you.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Everyone have a good night.
Good night,
Sleep
Good night.
tight.
everyone.
All
All right.
right, Max. Okay.
Good night.